Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhara Srivasati Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasati Gaura Bhakta-vrinda Krishna But with the page, who knows? Sorry, I'm not reading. I won't be able to find it.
You know, very few, because the devotees are doing decorations and
Yeah.
collecting and everybody collecting the leaves.
Okay.
You found it?
No, I
No,
can't.
let me find it.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda. Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivadasi Gaura Bhakti
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll start by introducing those two beautiful ladies. Shall I? Sure. Jai. Jai Gurudev ki jai, Jai Shri Guru Maharaj ki jai, Jai Shri Guru Maharaj Adivasa Mahamotsva ki jai. Tutti devoti ki jai. Ok, inglese, no italiano. Grazie. Well, actually, it's a great, great, great honor to be sitting next to Saraswati Devidasi, Krishna Priya Devidasi. Saraswati Devidasi, worldly known by everyone. I mean, I won't be appropriately be able to introduce Saraswati Devidasi, but she does not need introduction because her actions, her dedication throughout all these years, everybody knows her and her dedication. So and Krishna Priya Devidasi, which by her grace, all of this has manifested, and then we're going to hear more, and finally got to, have her direct mercy.
Oh, no.
But Paramananda was always, representing you all over the world.
Oh.
So it's a little bit personal that Saraswati Devidasi, she has been a mentor to me since day one. A mentor, a very, very good friend, and we have been talking a lot about friendships. And we all need, a mentor and a good friend, and she has been to many and all of us. And especially for Villa Govinda, all of you, the London Temple, we are like one team, 2 rooms of the same place. And now, Maharaj is always saying triangles. So
Triangles.
so we have to share with Thailand. And so since even before actually purchased the Villa Govinda, already Pandita, Saraswati, everybody were already there painting and working on Villa Govinda, so, and always supporting us from day one. And then, well, the glories, I really am not. You need. It would be hours, so, trying to glorify those two ladies, so now I leave it to you. Yeah.
Well, it's very symbolic then. You have London, Thailand,
Yes.
and Italy.
It just ends. Oh, and
Jai Srila Gurudev ki.
Jai.
The devotees ki.
Devidas ki.
Jai Gurudev ki.
Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev. Jai Gurudev.
Flowers from the farm. Yeah, Champaka. Yes.
And then who's
And then
gonna
Shanti
get-
Moji. Shanti Moji Devidasi is representing
Yes.
Villa Govinda ashram, which is been a servitor of Villa Govinda for many years. Not Villa Govinda, before Villa Govinda manifested. She has been serving with the pillars of Italy, the devotees from Italy for many years. She's a dedicated servitor, always there, ready to serve everyone. And I have to actually persuade her to come this time here. It took a long time to persuade her. But you made it, and she's also my very good friend as well. So all glory
Yes.
to Shanti Moji Devidasi Villa Govinda Ashram ki.
Okay. Well, I'm sitting here really, I'm happen to be the representative of Villa Govinda, so please forgive me, but I'm gonna try my best because really is very important. A very important seva that came upon me to represent Villa Govinda, so be graceful.
And I actually prefer to sit and listen at the back. So Maharaj is always encouraging us to go forward and speak, but I don't know. So I think it's easier if anybody has any simple questions.
So we are three
If anybody wants to do
very shy ladies.
Siddhanta, please go to Maharaj.
You're not.
Sudarshan, Paramananda Prabhu, Tumkundiri.
That's enough.
I am not here.
Oh.
Visible.
You have a question?
Yeah. Oh, do you have one?
Over the summer in West London, I was chatting with one of the guests that were visiting the temple, and she was actually very touched. She was, very affected because had been a meeting earlier that day where you expressed a lot of care. You went out of your way to check in about a certain circumstance and sort of had a little meeting with those affected by the situation. And she was very deeply touched by the care that she felt by you. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to ask you a little bit about your approach to management. I think that's the theme, I believe, for today's talk is like temple life and taking care of temple seva and the devotees. And so we'd love to hear a little bit about how you manage and what your approach is to taking care of the devotees.
Dandava pranams to everyone. I mean, everyone has a different way to manage a temple, and I'm not going to undermine what they are doing. I'm sure, they are doing an amazing service. But everyone has a different way, and so, but before I say anything, I wanted to say that when you come to another temple, you can actually learn from the servitors where you are coming, and I'm amazed to see this place. It's like wow, what a beautiful like sanctuary you have created with, along with Paramananda Prabhu and the team is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And it's such a wonderful atmosphere. It feels like we are in Navadvitam.
Yeah.
And all the trees with the champaka flowers, and they're making it like Navadvitam. Right? And of course, your mood of service is out of this world. Such
It's gonna be a lot of
This is getting complicated.
anyway, we all have a lot to learn from each other. Yeah? We are all unique. And we can always find something, some good qualities to learn from others. And we always try, when we go to a place, to really see the good qualities in the devotees and not to look for any faults. And we always hear this from Gurudev and Guru Maharaj, not to be a draining spectator. We all know this. We're just repeating ourselves all the time, everything. So we see the beauty, try to see the beauty everywhere and not to look at things that are not inspiring, not nourishing for our spiritual life. And how do I manage? I mean, this service came to me somehow, not by qualification, but I have to take it on my head and try to do the best I can.
Can I? Yes, please. Well, what Pandita just
Asking?
well, actually mentioned is something that we are looking up to, and it's true. I mean, it's a very important quality of Saraswati that I personally experience and still experience, and that you can notice everybody. I think everybody have and does, and still we see her always. And there's not like Saraswati being too busy now. Festival. I mean, I get super stressful festival. I'm like, when you are, the organizer. And then I notice Saraswati, she finds that time. And she sees, not like, I mean, she's not blind to, no one is, not seeing. And she finds that time, she goes. But very like, doesn't need, not showing, just, quietly. And this is what we need. We cannot survive. I mean, what we're trying to do is impossible without this care, without being seen. It's not like, it's not that we want to be acknowledged, but we're doing save, I want to be acknowledged. But being seen, like I'm struggling, someone is there for me, is noticing, and then maybe just that word, that it's just what you needed to go on. And yeah. So.
She has incredible attention for detail.
Yeah, but we are not.
But person is personal. This is what it's all about.
Not talking about me.
No, I'm sorry.
Same thing.
And obviously, I already seen, and even I have been here for a very short time. All the care, Krishna, Priya, Paramananda going around the world. Same, I've seen like maybe we are too busy. And he's not, he's, you are like the big person in the Chaitanya Saraswati mat. And he's there, talking with the that guest that just arrived, and we're like, oh. And, it's good. This is what we need to do, always like, okay, I not only see this, but I can be better because I'm noticing how it should be done, and I can correct.
Yeah.
Because again, it's not about Archa and what we're doing. Sorry, I'm talking too much. Or am I supposed to go?
No. Keep going.
Please. Okay. Yeah, I know it's something, when since we are talking about temple life, and we do have those temples, and we do have to carry on, and all of us know, and there is like, I mean, there's not enough time to take care of, you know, all the things. There's not enough time. But then we have, since day one, since, you know, not that I understand anything, but you know, something that since the first day you arrive, and then Gurudev, all the devotees, it's all about devotees, it's all about Vaishnava Seva, it's not about, you know, it's not about worshipping the deities. Even though you have the Lord in your home, they are your babies to take care of, but it's not the Vaishnava first. And then you always like, whoo, hold on, am I actually doing that? Because we got so caught in like... So I know I can go there, like being too, you know, cut up, you know, my responsibilities and miss that, but some other devotees don't. So it's good to have, you know, the reminder.
Anyway, let's go back there again. I mean, I think it's important to understand what are we doing, and why are we creating a space as a temple, right? To understand why, what are we going to transmit from that temple. It's not about making it beautiful and all perfect, but it has to transmit what our gurus are trying to share with everyone. And that's like the most important thing, that we have to make sure it maintains the purity of the teachings of Guru Maharaj and Gurudev. Because in a temple, many things can come and trying to, you know, enter something, somebody wants to do something completely different. And we have had quite we have had quite a few of those situations, and it can be quite difficult to manage, but we always have to remember that we are just trying to keep it in the way that was established by our gurus. And it can be difficult, but you know, with the help of our senior devotees, we can try to maintain that. And there are many things, many aspects of maintaining a temple and looking at different areas. And one of the most difficult things in a temple is to look after the servitors. Because without servitors, then how can you maintain all the different areas of the temple, isn't it? You should have deities, then the puja, then the cooking, then the cleaning, then the maintenance, all these things, right? And we focus a lot on devotee care, right? Which is quite important. So we need to be aware of you know, if somebody is not feeling, I don't know, well, mentally or emotionally or physically, of course, then we can try to help and see those warning signs, because sometimes some devotees don't say that they are unwell or something, and they just do a lot and then they collapse, and then they cannot do any service at all. So you have to have some balance in that way area. And we also have some experience in the past where devotees have some mental health problems that are not possible they need professional help. So in Navadvip we have those cases, in London, in many places, and so we have to maybe have a little bit of educate some devotees in understanding those conditions so that they can take care of that area. And they can receive help, right? And also devotees need some encouragement all the time. Some devotees rely on seeing others doing service for them to do something. They need like constant push. So everyone is different, and you have to kind of look after them individually, and a different approach to every person, and like that. But most importantly, we need to imbibe in everyone the mood of service that Srila Gurudev has given us. Love and devotion. paramount. That's most important. It's not about rules, it's not about regulation, it's not about all the other things, but that everyone knows how to serve in that mood. Have, cultivate that mood of service with your heart, right? And I'm practical, like we have heard, simple for the simple or complicated for the complicated. You can make it complicated if you want to, but it's not necessary. You just need to give your heart, right? Love and devotion, your heart. Give your heart in every service that you do. That's all is required. You don't need to know all the slokas or start to analyze, be complicated. Why? It's not necessary. You get stuck in that. Huh?
Perfect.
So it is for everyone. It is no qualifications required. You don't need to be a PhD to join, or you don't need to be doctor. Everyone has some skills that you can offer in the service, something. So try to bring those skills out and offer them in service. And keep your mind busy, because the mind is really difficult. I mean, you all know that I'm preaching to the choir. I'm talking to the choir here.
No, you know what? I can feel that there is a tremendous wealth of experience. And that is not easily earned. And that's why you're speaking to us, because actually, maybe they're simple principles, but the actual living of them, this is serious sacrifice. So we can feel all the wisdom.
Okay. We need some tissues here, I think. So, I mean, we always have to do a little bit of sacrifice. Sacrifice is love, right? Wow, confirmed.
I'm pretty sure the universe agrees.
Everyone has to sacrifice something.
Haribol.
Even your sleep, to go to Mongol Aarti or...
Okay, one more time.
Sacrifice! We have to. We have to start with small sacrifices, and I mean, I do remember that Gurudev was not satisfied with 10%. No.
10%.
Not 10%, not 20, not 50. He wanted 100%. And for those who are married, 200%. He told me repeatedly. That's when I got married. He said, 200% you have to serve now. 200, okay?
Saraswati, one thing that is unfortunately a little bit too rare, but I have heard about your style of management, and I always hope everyone can understand this, and that is that you're very good at setting expectations just for the purpose of devotional service going on nicely. There was a lady who had been under your care, and she came to San Jose, and she explained to me how before anybody comes, Saraswati lets them know what is expected, and they agree. And then you've also shown that you have regular updates with people in a private, quiet way, like sit down with a cup of tea or go for a walk or something, so that people who know how they're doing, if they are being harmonious with the needs of the temple, so they can make the most progress. And even what about in the case of there being some difficulty, and you set a boundary, you set an expectation, and you let somebody understand how to rise to an occasion, so they can go forward, and everything is very pleasing, and also pleasing for Gurudev's vision of the ashram and the residents of the ashram. So I hope you could talk a little bit about that, because I think it's a little bit rare, but it actually solves a lot of problems and is a huge benefit in temple management.
Okay. Well, it's it's kind of it's a formal way of bringing devotees, because we have a license for bringing devotees on a religious visa, because we are a charity. And to go through that process, I get some recommendations from someone that wants to come, and so we have to go through a lot of questions. We have to have a formal interview, but it's not because because everybody is welcome to come and do service, but because they're coming with this particular visa and we have to invest quite a lot of money in that, we have to at least make sure that this person is serious about taking that commitment for 2 years. So I have a list of questions that I ask them, and but first of all, those persons have been recommended by some devotees. Maybe they are devotees not necessarily living in an ashram. There are devotees that maybe are the sons or daughters of devotees, and they want to come to London. They want to come and serve in the temple, and also maybe they like the idea of London and being in a temple with lots of devotees and learning English and all these things. But so we go through different questions like, do you have a problem with waking up? Simple things. I mean, I have to ask that question. Do you have an issue with waking up? Do you have some health problems? Because we have to know if this person requires some medical help. If somebody suddenly appears and said, "Oh, I have an injury and it's going to take so long to recover," then you need to take care of all these things before. Do you have any debts, or do you have any boyfriend, girlfriend situation? Because that also will be an issue, because they will be more focused on thinking of that rather than on the service. And all these things, it's practical things, but it's good for us to know before, to see how we can handle all these things. And most importantly, I said, I'm not guaranteeing you a job, a husband, or wife, or money, or anything. I can only guarantee you service, and there is plenty. So be ready. Be ready. So that's, I always make sure that I repeat that. But in some cases, if they need to work because the parents are poor or they have a debt or something, we make some arrangement. I mean, I'm flexible. I'm not, right? Am I flexible? Okay. So I allow them to maybe work. They're allowed to work 20 hours a week without visa. So we make an arrangement according to the circumstances and all that. And it's all good. It's good for them to also go out and learn English and all this. The job has to be obviously a suitable job, not something that is going to distract them from the devotional practice. So we make sure that it's not going to be a job in a pub or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And making sure that they do their surveys and everything. And definitely I review once a month how they are getting on, how they're doing with the seva. Do they want to do another seva, or are they happy with that service? And we register with the doctor and all these things. We take care of, make sure that they all have everything in place.
That's awesome.
We have to. It's like very important. But I always tell everyone, please go to the dentist before you come to London. Because it's very expensive. This is just practical things.
Yeah.
But simple things, you save a lot of trouble later on.
Yep.
Isn't it?
Yep.
But also, another thing is, of course, they know that a temple is a place for practicing devotional life. And that has to be completely clear. The programs, have to go on every day, engaging in service. Everyone will get we have a rota for the service for the temple residents, and like that. And obviously, there is advisable that they read in their own private time some devotional books. of course.
Yeah.
It's assumed.
I just asked you for that list, didn't I, Saraswati?
Which one?
Remember, you just sent me that list of questions. You remember? You just sent me that because
Oh.
I asked for it.
Oh, what I
A little
sent you
bit
was
something.
recently. I just put together some rules for the temple life for those who want to come to be in a temple. Just it's a little bit also from what they had in Navadvip down.
Yeah.
Just
We do that.
keep some. Temple is a temple. If somebody wants to do something else, they can live outside. I have no problem with that. But a temple is a sacred space for practicing Krishna consciousness. It's not for anything else.
How to
Yeah.
subscribe on such management so we can have in Ukraine also.
What?
Your style of management.
Go and learn under Saraswati.
You're welcome to come.
Still in this question.
She actually
Oh,
wants
you
to
need to introduce
She wants you.
I need to interview you first. Good. I mean, if somebody really wants to come, we have our doors are open. For service, everything is there, isn't it? And also, one thing that I really don't like with devotees are there just because they have no place to live, and they just have to drag themselves to do some service. If you're doing that, really find yourself a room and get a job. It's just impractical. Why you see somebody like depressed or angry doing service? No, sorry.
Yeah.
I prefer to do that service. Or if somebody's upset doing the service, don't do it. Why? So then we need to talk about it. What is happening? So when you see someone like that, then we sit and talk for whatever time it takes with a cup of tea, and find out, okay, what's going on? What's the problem? You have a problem? Is there anything going on? You need some help, and then we always give the opportunity. We are not going to dismiss anyone easily, because we are in the land of mercy, not justice. So it's not like a company. The temple is not a company, but we have to give opportunity for service, right?
Yes, absolutely.
To everyone. But if people really don't listen or they fail to comply with the temple rules, then I'm sorry, not possible. And devotees have to also be respectful to the other devotees also. There is so many things, right? So many things to take into account. But it's useful to do also a counseling course.
Counseling course.
I was trying to learn some things because it's always very useful when dealing with devotees living in a temple. And also, I have to say that sometimes you get some visitors that they just want someone to listen to them. And really, any visitor just come into the temple and they just want someone to smile and say some sweet words to them. That's all it requires. And then you can tell them, you can join our program later. And it happened. Everybody's suffering, come on. Right? But if someone hasn't got the ability to do that kind of work, to talk to, then ask someone to do it in that community, and that's very helpful. Then you send them to that person. Maybe you can talk to them or whatever. Because it's so important. Really, devotee care is very important. If you don't have devotees, then who will serve? Right? The devotees to come together, and that's how a temple grows and becomes beautiful. And they're all together serving.
Can I ask a question about, I've lived in temples for a long time, been trying to serve Gurudev with the temple. One of the things I notice is that there's something very progressive about living in a temple. And there's a reason why all of us are in the material world. It's because we're messed up. And as someone with good intentions goes and moves into a temple, a natural part of the process is that the least desirable parts of their ego become exposed. And generally what I've seen is, Guru Maharaj refers to these different moats, which are like, the bodies of water that surround a castle. And Guru Maharaj says every moat must be crossed that is within us. And when a person seriously engages in the process of living in a temple, often what happens is that worst side of them becomes exposed and comes out. And then there's a very serious and not for sure time of trying to learn to cross that moat. And then maybe actually you get halfway through, then you pull back, and now you have to go through it again at some point in the future. But it's not pretty. And so, I guess the question is there's that hospital process where we suddenly find that someone's is diseased. Well, that's not a surprise, they're diseased, right? But at the same time, the expression of that disease can be quite unacceptable in terms of their behavior. And I think that there's just this really difficult balance of trying to help that person cross that moat, knowing that the public expression of that lower quality is a part of the process of getting through it. And at the same time, the person's acting in a way that's unacceptable to what you're supposed to be acting in a temple.
Yeah. Well,
could you solve that? Thanks.
Well, we always hear that the temple is a hospital for the soul, and there are many patients, and some require more medicine than other patients, like that. So we are all in that process, and if we are doing the programs and listening and all this is with the intention to help us to purify ourselves, isn't it? But definitely some people will have more difficulty with various things, and maybe in different places, you get different cases.
Yes, everybody's
different
totally
cases,
individual, yeah.
But they need some help. So we need to direct them to the right type of help they require. And you can give them support. By all means, we can always help them. No, we can help them by sending them to the right appropriate help. Maybe, maybe they see it and do the programs and everything and service, but they're struggling with some difficult thing that you're saying they cannot get over that, and it's kind of making the situation difficult because it's exposing that, and maybe not the best example for others. So they may need a little time out to sort that out, or send them to someone who can, speak to them and get some help. But we are not rejecting anyone, but everyone requires some assistance, particular, they require some particular medicine. Maybe it's not available right there, but it's available somewhere else. And then get some mentor to look after them. Some temples have really good people, devotees that can actually counsel someone, like a mentor. And when that person gets a little better, then come back and continue with, temple life.
If I can say something, just from the small amount that I've viewed Saraswati's style in London, is that before anything really does come out, it's obvious as soon as there's some issue, Saraswati is already engaging in communication with them, and working through the first stages as immediately as anything comes up. And it's a regular thing that in the short time we saw there that we were seeing it. She's checking in with everyone, and if there's any little thing, even a little thing, she's straight onto it and immediately like dealing with it and communicating about it and trying to work through it. And that is immensely valuable because, with everything Gurudev and Guru Maharaj are sharing with us, with a little bit of support, those things can be then cross over rather than pulling back and actually move forward, because the support is immediate, the sort of support that Saraswati's getting. And if it is something more severe, then okay, yeah, maybe they need to go somewhere else. But from what I've seen, is the immediate attention that Saraswati gives to whatever's coming up makes a huge amount of difference to the outcome of.
And you have to be able to read the signs. And if someone is affected, you need to talk to the other person immediately. If anybody else is involved in an issue, you have to talk to them too. And I bring them two together when there is an issue between two devotees. And if they because living in a temple means you're very close to each other, and they will be always rubbing the ego and everything.
Right.
And if there is an issue, then we need to sit and resolve it, the three of us. It's like, okay, what's going on? And it's not like, I'm not going to speak to you anymore. No, that's not happening here. And so you have to get on because you are serving together here.
Yeah.
So that has to happen. Otherwise, it's definitely no going on there. But there was something else I forgot. Anyway, come back to me.
Well, maybe I can bring some more out of you, because I can say, I have a certain way of growing up and a certain idea of what a temple was. And the first time I stayed in the Mat for 6 months, there was a lot of things that were very surprising and jarring to me. And I had to process. But there were certain behaviors that I saw that Srila Gurudev was tolerating and allowing that person to sort of move through that particular thing they were going through that I could not understand at the time. But there's almost like another thing where it's like my own exposure to that is also a part of my practicing life. Even though in my mind it was like, it's not ideal for me to have to be around this person who's having these kinds of problems. You know what I mean? Like it's just messy. And it has to be messy for it to be real. And I guess, I think that was the thing that I noticed, which is always the line that I find very difficult to find, which is I saw Gurudev personally tolerate behavior that I found to be totally unacceptable. And he didn't, right? And that means we all had to live with that behavior of that person who was in that part of their journey. And there's just something very undefinable about that, but it's like somehow part of the process. I just love to hear all of your thoughts on.
If I might, it's true. Very, and therefore different style. And I'm finding myself also that I'm all for this. Keeping as clean as possible. We know what should be exactly what the rules and regulations should be in the temple, and then they were there on the doors of Navadvip. That's what we learned. That's what we did, and me too. I was very young. I was like, but then it was Gurudev.
Yes.
And then whatever Gurudev does or decides, we could accept anything.
Yeah.
Literally anything. Now, like you, I'm like, okay, this needs to be taken care. This is not good. I'm always like this, and then I had also to be lessened. exactly with, this concept was many times was brought to me, but Gurudev had, tolerate so much, an example like this and that, and I remember that. I still haven't come out with a, solution or how to adjust. Is very fine. I can only talk for my, I mean, but then again, everyone has his own propensity, and this is also why we're all different. We have different temples. And Maharaja would say, we are not trees. We can move.
Very nice.
And maybe, like, as we have, we're all different, we love each other, we all Gurudev family, but we also all, have our, closest one that we're more similar. So we can, and always, but never, going to that, like, okay, they're different and we don't like them, or, respectful, but surely in diversity. I mean, I think we shouldn't go. So difficult. The line is so difficult. Like, we know what needs to be done in temple, and trying, to keep as clean as possible for the newcomers. That they find that place that we want to offer. Everything clean, proper, as Gurudev and Guru Maharaj has disposed for us to keep. And then if someone else can handle different, they can, I guess. It's probably on them. It's your own responsibilities to manage in a different way, but actually it's all about then taking the responsibilities of what comes.
I was managing
Can
our
I-
temple. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I wanted to add something to what Sudarshan Prabhu said about that sometimes Gurudev expected the devotees who were managing a temple to train and guide those devotees.
Yes.
So it was not Gurudev's direct responsibility if somebody's doing something wrong, and Gurudev himself has to correct every individual. But the devotees who are guiding that community have to take care of them. And this happened one time, that this example was given, that somebody referred someone for initiation and got initiated, and then this person said something. Devashri Prabhu always quotes this. The next day he said something completely terrible. I cannot recall exactly, but completely outside of. And then Gurudev is saying, I'm expecting that you are preparing these persons for initiation, preparing them, guiding them, training them, everything. So it's also the responsibilities of the people who are in charge to prepare the devotees who are going to be referred for initiation, and not giving all that responsibility to the Guru.
Exactly.
Yes. So, we'll see many things that are maybe not exactly, crystal clear sometimes, but we also have our part to play in some occasions, some situations where we can try to help
Krishna,
them.
Priya?
Please.
No, I come here to learn. That's why I put it here. I need to listen to it.
I'm talking too much.
No. It's all like I need to come to learn from you, because
From them.
we just kneels. Basically, kneels.
20 years.
Basically, everyone come and feel like, oh,
Responsibility.
yeah, too heavy. And then Sudarshan was saying like, if you feel that, means responsibility is on your shoulder, that you don't feel light. That's why I was like, oh my God, at least I'm light and then happy, but instead I opposite. I just feel heavy and then think what to do,
Just the beginning.
I have a question for you, Krishna.
Please be simple question.
Okay, so you're a master host. You make it look too easy, hosting all of the devotees so carefully. Can you give some of your pro tips on how to take care of devotees and host them for these festivals, because you've been doing these festivals for many years now. Is that simple enough?
It's quite more than simple. A little bit more than simple. Actually, it's not easy.
No.
It's not. It's not.
When an expert is really expert, they make it look easy.
Exactly.
So we know you're an expert.
Actually, I start from fear, right?
Oh.
Really.
We all have to start from somewhere.
I was fear, nervous in the beginning.
Yeah.
I take many questions. If happen like this, if like this, if like this, like this. So many if. And then every if I try to find answer. What's happen, if like this happen, what I have to do. I take the most worst if ever will happen. Even though, oh maybe this like you could fire, this is like the most worst that I can give answer. And then if you have answer and you seem like everything possible, like everything's possible, oh it's easy, then can be done, no problem. And then it turns somehow it's not yet come to the worst yet. It's just like, okay then, like this, okay, can handle. Just think everything is possible. Also, it is also from the chatting with Sudarshan Prabhu also one time. It's about thinking what to do to deal with the devotee, even with life also, because we are also working with Paramananda, also working, business, everything is working.
Yeah.
And still, like I always give like everything possible. Try to keep if as you can. If tomorrow I'm gonna die, if tomorrow this, and then you have to prepare. I think preparing is actually is my strategy. Like, oh, if you coming, somebody will get sick, okay, what kind of sickness? I need to know contact of this person. That everything will have to be prepared. And then when it's come, okay, go that.
Yeah.
I think the thing is, how to say, if for me, it's a solution and try to find answer. Stand by. Basically stand by. And then
Basically, it's managing.
yeah, managing myself first.
Help yourself first.
Exactly. Put your
I try to put everything first to myself if I can handle. Like I don't like to, oh, can you do this? Can you do this? Just try to think. If I can handle, then possible. If I possible, then the rest also possible. That's how I think how to host many devotee comes.
I have a question.
You?
Actually, two. I never got answer from her.
Oh my God, scary.
You were hosting Srila Govinda Maharaj.
Yes.
And
You
Govinda
too.
Maharaj, well, he wasn't saying that I'm going to Thailand to see Paramananda. But he was saying that I'm going to Thailand to see Krishna Priya. And in fact, when he asked me, when we were just sitting there in Calcutta discussing the schedule, when is he going to come, I'm saying, oh, Govinda Maharaj, if you come this date, I will be in Japan. And then he asked, is Krishna Priya going to be there? I said, yes. Then we don't need you for it. So I know, and really, from how he treated and from his decision to indefinitely stay in Thailand, I can understand. It wasn't because of me, because he's got a Thai disciple who was responsible for his life, ready to take responsibility for his life. So when you got that news that Govinda Maharaj was going to stay in Thailand, but permanently, what was the a difficult part, and how did you manage that?
Actually, I heard that. I was basically not exactly, oh, I'm so happy. No. It's very heavy. Again, it's heavy. And I just realized whatever the, how to say, experience, basically from his devotee. Then how nice you are. And actually, okay, based on, I'm the Thai person. We have some base on kind of like basically little spiritual practice. Then whatever who else in your family dedicate your part, to the spiritual practice. You become monks, you become whatever, dedicated to temples. That is the most high class that you can take for you. Basically, you in Thai, oh my God, you do a lot of boon. You get a lot of boon. It's not only for yourself, it's also for your parents, family, brothers, it's all your siblings. Even though, and then, somehow I heard it, I said, wow, because it's Gurudev. Basically, we call Acharya. He's a great person, the great monks, everything is there. And after that, I try to analyze, oh my God, it's a lot of things to do, and if I do this, it will also like give some nourishing also to the people nearby me, nearby me. When you, family, friends, also a devotee. I think it's like, it's not worth to, responsibility. It's a great person. Just come to your home, and then you just serve as much as you can. Basically, nourishing everything. Like that's the most high that can refer. After that, I feel like, I have to do it. It's great, positive, everything great, positive. Feel like positive, like energy. That's why I take it. Okay, then I have to do. It's great opportunity to do in your one's lifetime. Because time is short, and you don't know when you're gonna die, and then it's great opportunity. After that, I think, okay, it's good. Great opportunity.
What if I could share?
Simple.
I'd love to hear you. One time you were talking to me. I was in Bangkok for some reason. You were driving me to the airport, and you said that, like, our brothers like Big Ram and Manasa, all these people in your house like causing commotions and everything. And you said that Vaishnav Maharaj told you that Sharanagati is above peace.
Above peace.
Yeah, because you're like, this religion should be peaceful, and this is not peaceful.
The surrender is above peace.
Yeah, and then you said Vaishnava Shuddha, he told you about Sharanagati. Anyways, I'd love to hear you kind of just talk about that process.
Far from Shanti.
I think it's again to refer to how I grow up, like Saranagati or sacrifice or something. Because my parents, for me, is very good example. They always sacrifice so many things, I think it's also it happened with some other devotee also. But it's the most like, you sacrifice for your parents, it's like, okay, you feel this much. I used to have questions. It's why those devotees that I know, sometimes they're hosting every time come to Thailand, and they sacrifice for someone, you not even know, the Lord is like, do how she look like, who is he, something like that. And then I feel like, because I have some time to associate with Vaishnava Maharaj, a lot with his family and something. And also I observe observation, how they, doing things like, oh my God, it's like, not even for themselves. Everything refer to devotee and something. I always have some doubt all the times. How they can do this for the person, not even their family, not even their friends, or not even the person you never see how Krishna look like. Because it's like I want in the Buddhist, they never teach us like the Lord is real. Never in the Shastra or something. Don't think about it. The Lord is not real. He just listen my preaching. And, you know, this. And then we've been kind of like, basically called like brainwash. The Lord not exist. But somehow, we in the land of believing. You see? Yeah, we in the land of believing, you know. Sometimes you see like, oh, I have Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva, so everything around the temple. You know, and then somehow like, it must be something. Something, but no one can give really clear explanation. Is why this kind of, you know, Lord, demigod is around us. Because we're too much in the religious practice. You know, listen only to Buddha, you know, something. I've been stuck almost all my life before I know the devotee. But it doesn't mean like I know the devotee first and then I was like, oh, the Lord is real. No, it takes so much time. I remember first time I met Gurudev when I was 24 years old. You know, I get to see him sit in his room in Navadip. The first impression for me, I'm so scared. No, no, this like so scared, you know. And then also another sannyas is a lot. Chandrana Maharaj, Goswami Maharaj, Ashram Maharaj, Trivika Maharaj, all like sit like this, like. And then I was like, oh my God, who are they? It's so scary. And then it's because I think that time I think it's too much like back to like you know, stuck with the religions. Like those people, it's like they're talking about God, you know, and then it's not exist, and it's very, very difficult time for me to believe who is God, who is Krishna. I always asking Paramananda, tell me who is Krishna, who is Krishna. Everyone comes, it's always Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Well, I failed to satisfy her inquiry, and so did Ashram Maharaj. Because I couldn't, Ashram Maharaj was there, so I asked Maharaj, can you do, you know, I'm giving up on her. Ashram Maharaj did, couldn't do it. She wasn't satisfied. But then, you know, the Krishna showed himself to her. Another story about how did that happen?
Yeah, in Jaipur. In Govindaji, right? Yeah, he brought me there. And then I said, okay, now I show you who is Krishna. Okay, let's see how it looks like. and then we went to the temple, and then it's a lot of people like each other.
So literally I thought, I mean, if I cannot, Ashram Maharaj couldn't satisfy her, then what else can I do but to take her in front of the Lord and let Lord, if He desires so, reveal Himself to her to whatever degree He thinks is suitable. So I took her to the Govindaji temple in Jaipur. It's a big temple, as you know.
Amazing.
And I believe it was evening darshan, a lot of people. You know, it's 5,000 people plus any given evening darshan. So.
Give or take 1,000.
And she was I was trying to be gentle and I didn't really push her to go in front of the deities because there were always a lot of people in front. So I was standing really at the far back of the temple, waiting for the deities to be giving their darshan. And as I'm standing there, the pujari is just going here and there, they're collecting donations, getting paraphernalia ready. They're calling some VIPs to come and sit down for the closed darshan of the deity. And then one pujari was making this very peculiar gestures. He was just standing there at the railing and pointing and like that. And he's been doing it for a while. I'm like watching, what else to do? And then I'm kind of started realizing that he's kind of pointing in our direction. So I literally started looking around me, thinking maybe I can just assist him somehow. And then I looked at him back, and he is pointing right at me, and then he does this. And I'm pointing at her. And I just took her there, and then what Pujari did, he took her, and then he let her sit right at the lotus feet of Govinda.
Oh my God.
Like the closest you can
They opened the
to the
door. I
lotus
think.
feet of Govinda.
I think
So the
that's
first
great,
thing you
Govinda.
see, because they're on a pedestal, as soon as the curtains open, you actually see the lotus feet of Govinda. She was sitting right there. I was shocked. Literally, I was shocked by that. I mean, out of this whole huge evening darshan crowd of regulars, locals, he singles out this girl who really wanted to understand, or to hear or to see who is Krishna, what is this Krishna all about. She really had a sincere burning desire. I wish I had that desire. I still wish I have that desire. But she had that, and that's how it happened. And really, I always say, when that happened, I actually started believing in Krishna. I was like, I don't know about her, but for me it was a crucial moment in my life.
Wow.
Because I can see he's reciprocating. I mean, what are the chances, right?
Yeah, very. And Pujari is like many times. I was, okay. I was okay, and then I look.
He was actually, he was doing that. He was like,
This
this
is the Lord. This is the Lord. Yeah, he's like, and then I said, oh, okay. And then for a while I was look, and I was like, that moment, I have some belief. He want me to know this. I'm Krishna. Look at me. I'm Krishna. I'm Krishna. And I start to like, wow. Now I know who he is now. I start to understand how powerful he can just like maybe says something to someone and then like tell her to come and bow down. This is my lotus feet. Let her come and see me. That moment I was like, oh, now I know who is Krishna now. Krishna. Okay, and then I start to more very interesting about devotees start coming, I start to asking, and then what is it, and then basically be friends, and more open, my heart, learn things, and then Vaishnava Maharaj give a lot of talking, many things. Actually, my plan in my life, that time moment, I want to, when he planned to come Thailand, the last moment also, we was ready to host him also, okay, be here with us, something like that. Vaishnava Maharaj. Yes. Because I can see he's the one who's very close to Gurudev. Yeah, somehow I think I can learn more things from him. Because he also planning to live that moment also for longer time in Thailand. And they say, oh, again, my opportunity to listen more about, how to be devotee, actually. How to be devotee, not about how to remember shloka or something. How to be a devotee, how to serve devotee. By his style, basically. By the Shudasho's style. And because I see many things on his sacrifice also, when he was with Gurudev in Bangkok. So many things like, I also cannot explain. After I cannot explain well what's going on. But it's just feeling that is really cannot explain, the talk.
It's real.
It's so real, and that's why it's give also strength after that, strength and courage, basically to more open to the devotee. After that, I start to more like, oh, come. That's how, but exactly I think he mean the how sacrifice. Because you're working, you stay at home, and then basically you have to share your time and take care of everyone, cook for everyone. I think that's he mean. That's how to sacrifice. To start from that basic sacrifice. It's so close to us actually, really close. Start like you go home, your friends, and then friends take care of you, and then something like that. That he mentioned, I think, about this.
So nice.
Well, we can see Gurudev hands in all of this.
Amazing.
The
I have
bigger
a question for Shanti.
But can I please just, I mean, well, actually, this is why I came all the way. I couldn't, obviously for this amazing festival, but I really wanted to meet Krishna Priya.
Oh my God! I want to meet you.
It's just like, I mean, you can really see Gurudev hands, you know. I mean, Gurudev proposal to, you know, and the project and the vision that we are now also witnessing.
I also happy to meet you.
Oh, well.
I also heard your name a lot.
But back to what we were just saying, Sudarshan Prabhu. Only, I mean, my personal significant. But okay, we say we had Gurudev, and then you know, we had him. So whatever we needed to ask, what do we do? What do we not do? How we proceed? What we had Gurudev, but now still we can go, you know, and take shelter and ask, and we have clear directions. I mean, teaching, you know, by example, what he wants, how we should proceed, how to clean everything, how to keep everything clean in the line, you know, of, you know, Gurudev and Guru Maharaj. By example, actually, you know, he's like showing us, and he's, you know, always being with us. He's the one who was always taking care of us and all of us since day one. Like, I was a little child, and all of us went through Maharaj. All of us, like, he touched, I can never
Taught.
Thank you. And you know, still, so when it's not clear, I mean, many things are clear to all of us how to proceed. If not, we still can take, you know, advice, and Maharaj is clear how to proceed. So yeah. So
Thank you. Brilliant.
But just a quick question for Shanti. It's sort of on the similar line of what you've been talking about, but not from the management perspective, as someone that's been, well, because Shanti's been one of the main pillars in that established Vilagovinda ashram, temple, and then has continued to maintain it. And you're talking about looking after the devotees and trying to remember what Gurudev has asked of us and how to try and give that to others. But then how do you continue on over the years living in the ashram? Because we're practicing whether we're in or out of the ashram, but when you're living inside the ashram, it also requires a lot. And I know you've shared some things with me, but I'm just wondering if you can.
Yeah, I wonder
How you.
what are the many things we share. You know, thinking of.
Because you have such a beautiful approach.
Yeah, well, you see, the Vaishnava, they see the possibilities in other Vaishnavas, like Gurudev. Well, we all laugh, you know, it's like, okay, when we say so hard and everybody laugh, like, because we all know. We know the reasons, yes. I'm not going to repeat, you know, we know why, it's, you know, it's us, you know, it's our ego, it's so difficult. But like, really, I mean, every single morning and night, or every arati, every time I'm like, I'm here. I mean, it's not, I mean, how much mercy. I mean, I'm here, you know, and nothing is granted, you know, it's not like, okay, you know, I have been, you know, I was there, and, you know, we did this, and, you know, we're still trying to do this, but it's not like that you have any right. I mean, it's Gurudev home. All those places that have been, you know, offered to Gurudev, all the devotees, you know, they offer like, this is Gurudev home, since, you know, even before they manifested, it was nothing was for, you know, for any of us or the prestige. So it's not like that you have any right to be there. So it's like, and then you feel it. You feel the mercy, and you feel that it's all in Gurudev hand. Gurudev's not happy with you, you're not going to be there. I mean, you might think it's you. I mean, yeah, most of the time you might, I mean, free will, you know, like I'm fried by vice, too much, whatever. it's you, but ordinary. But we know the Gurudev and the Lord in whatever form resides in that home, he's choosing his servitors. And if you
Try.
no, I mean, if you're not meant to be there, you're gonna be sent away, and that's super scary. And this is when you're like, okay, I better not, because we can always go there. Oh my God, like this is too hard, but no, yeah, but it's such an opportunity, so much mercy that you like. And then when you feel like, it's always like, okay, the idea that when we lose something and then we want it, but the idea that you might lose this mercy is like, that is like, okay, then you reset completely and it takes, this is me.
Reset button.
Yeah, and this is me, I'm not saying, I don't know. But like for me, it happens multiple times during the day. I have to always...
But you're so good at that, being able to adjust, like stop and adjust yourself. Like how, what is happening there?
Okay, there was also, again, about affection and care. I was young and I came, and then the devotees, their family immediately. And also we live, many of us, you kind of leave behind your own family and friends. So you find another family, and you have actually, you feel it. It's true. It's Gurudev family. And my dear friend over there, she happened to, embrace me as a friend. So I had the association of Shileka Devidasi and Yasi Maharaj, and and you kind of ask, how, always like, how do I pray? And they're always like, praying. I was like, okay, but I don't know how to pray. Pray. Okay, but how do I read? How do I understand? Okay, pray, but if I can't read, like pray. Then you try. You're there, you say, we practice, because it's all about the ashram are places for us we need. It's not the Gurudev needs. It's for his prestige, but he has already the prestige. It's for us to place ourselves there. He doesn't need anything from us, except that he's so merciful to accept any. But so practice. So we're there in the temple, we practice. And then we prayed, and eventually, I don't know, I don't say I have any realization whatsoever, but it would be also, I think, be offensive to say that, if the method, it's right, this is what they have given us, and it works. If it doesn't work, it's because you're doing something wrong. So when you feel like, okay, something is working, it's not because you take any pride, but you say, okay, so then it's true, then it works. If I'm serious, if I do all the steps, then something comes. And I'm surrounded by the most beautiful devotees, Krishna Kanta, Munindra, Madhurananda, all of you, so serious, so determined. Yeah, I don't know, I can go on for a very long time, but
Any favorite book, any favorite verses, any favorite section of scripture?
I'm not.
Or like video or something.
No, the thing is that I'm absolutely not a Shastra type of person. But the thing is that, again, that every single moment at the ashram is so, you feel how lucky you actually are to be there. Like, come on, you wake up in the morning and you are in front of the Lord. Then you hear from the scriptures, you hear Mahaprabhu. Okay, now everybody has access to this. But I remember when I was like, wow, I'm here listening to the Chaitanya Charitamrita over and over and over again. And some devotees never have this chance because they're going to work. And then maybe they never actually hear the Chaitanya Charitamrita because they don't live in the temple. So
Like a lot of Shastra then. I can say one
But it's the devotees again. It's the devotees and Gurudev, the devotees. It's everything. They are
Living trust.
yeah.
Let's say Trinada Pisunichara, you absolutely
one I
are
know.
practicing that all the time. If there's conflict, what do you do? I'm serious. She's such a great example. As an example, if there's conflict.
There's no conflict in Vila Govinda.
In the world,
It's always we know. I mean, it's us. It's us. We adjust. I mean,
you actually practice humility. Always the way
If
that you
that was-
reflect.
You're not
Okay.
practicing, you're living it.
you. Saraswati.
No, something better.
Yeah, anyway.
Say if there was a conflict.
hypothetical.
No, I mean I have. Okay, the reality is that I do. I mean, in my mind, I mean, there's a lot of conflict going on all the time, and we all know. I mean, it's not that I have to.
Well, maybe we
finish
don't
that.
know.
Yeah, you do. I mean, I know you always go back to you are the cause of the whole problem. So you try. It's Gurudev teaching you. Whoever a devotee, or the external disturbance, they actually ultimately always coming from you, or why. If it's not like okay, I can't see why, how to adjust it. Then the very like why am I put in here? Why is Gurudev wants me to get through this? It's not just in the temple, it's for everyone that have to deal with that. Why, what Gurudev wants me to learn from this? Where's my lessons, how to adjust it, how to come up better? And yeah.
When someone is practicing this, that's correct.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, I know, but again, we always think like Saraswati, and Krishna Priya, they are Grihastha, they are both Grihastha, moms, and temple managing, developing, and I also have been, working outside every day for many, 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 many years, and this is much, 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 much more difficult than be in the temple. So for me, it's just always like to all of the devotees that have been, they are still, because I eventually I am where I am, and this is why I feel how lucky I am and I can. But for all the rest of the devotees, it's so hard. I mean, there's no comparison, and yet. I mean, it's not that because you are in the temple you're actually, necessarily progressing or doing seva. There's not differentiate. I mean, there's not this line that we have to forget about. And especially the devotees that feel that, I'm not doing seva because I'm working. I'm not doing seva because I have a family. I'm not doing seva because I have to take care of this, and that. And we know that it's much more subtle and deeper than the place you are. It's all on us to, make it seva or not.
Very good.
And again, everything can be like Maharaj always say, autopilot.
Yeah.
Or not.
Out of what?
Like robotic, mechanical.
Yeah, like chores. You might be in the temple just doing chores, and or unhappy, like for so many reasons, and so it's always so the devotees is like Not I mean really not to think you live in the temple, so you're like no, like you're different, you're special, and I'm not, or the other one, and then it's
wonderful.
So.
I have one more question. So what's the difference between criticizing the devotee and giving reasonable feedback, or how to give properly the feedback when something not.
Please do it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and also who is the person in ashram who can give the feedbacks, and maybe when it is no hierarchical some structure in ashram, who responsible for giving feedback to person who not acting as we expect him to act, how to do this, or if you like small part of the ashram structure, when you see person not doing, should you directly ask this person, please give up these ideas, or you go higher and ask like manager? So how you deal with all of that, please share your experience. Thank you.
Do you know who can chastise you? That's what he's asking. Okay.
No. I think it depends on the situation. Every situation is different, and there can be something very simple that somebody else can take care of that. If it is something more serious, then normally they send them to me, unfortunately. And I have to deal with accordingly. Every case is different, and every situation is dealt with in a particular way according to the situation. And we try to always try to do it, pray to Gurudev to guide us on how to do it. And respectfully, and always being encouraging the devotees, not to be like I'm not a judge, everyone is trying to practice, it's not easy. So we have to be, the mood of Gurudev is love and affection. We're not judged, we're not going to send somebody, we're not like that. It's not like a business, you know what I mean? But we have to take care of situations, and we try to do it, we have to be affectionate, but we have to be firm too, both ways, right? You have to be a little strict sometimes. Especially, it's difficult. Managing a temple is not easy.
Very difficult.
Because also, as I was saying, to keep that purity of how Gurudev established a temple. And there are different, some temples, some ashrams, so there is some flexibility in some areas, which is being maybe established like that, so that's fine. But because we are in London, it's kind of, West London is kind of an expansion of East London, so we just continue how it was, in regards to rules and how to do things, right? We just kind of continue that. And like that, adding some other things, but
She was
was that?
No, it's all good.
perfect.
Well, we're always trying to improve in some way. I mean, we're all learning from each other.
That's it.
We're all learning.
I should have mentioned before, because I mentioned that Gurudev tolerated some behavior that I found intolerable. But the outcome of staying in the mat for that amount of time, especially under the wonderful guidance of Srila Madhusudana Maharaj, was that I realized I was being tolerated.
Exactly.
I gave you that impression.
I mean, honestly, by some self-examination, I'm understanding, and your own perfect example, I was understanding that I was being tolerated. And I think that that's one of the things that is important when you live in the temple, because it's very easy, like our egotistic narrative is always generating some story where these other people are wrong and I'm great and I'm a victim.
Exactly.
And it's just completely wrong. And I think because that's so native to all of our ego, That's why living in a temple is so difficult, because your fundamental egotistic structure is actually getting eroded. And, you know, it takes a lot of faith and courage to continually subject your egotistic self to that assault. But it's like, it's really just an expression of faith. And I think, you know, the devotees that are willing to step up and lead that process, you know, to manage that temple, to manage everyone that's going through this most difficult process of dedication and ego destruction. It's like a very worshipable thing. So.
Well, the whole idea is really to put into practice what we are learning in the temple. And every day we are singing all these beautiful songs that have everything. All the teachings are right there in the songs, every single day. And we really have to try to understand the meaning and put into practice. I mean, we are repeatedly, it's Srinada Pisunichin, and then, you know, where do we apply that? We have to really, it's not just words evaporating in the air, you have to really apply that into your life. We all have to remind ourselves constantly of these teachings. And I mean, we sing this beautiful song, Sivu Charana Padma, Guru Mukha Padma Vakya. I mean, it's so beautiful, right? May the teachings from the lotus mouth of our Gurudev once with your heart and do not desire anything else.
Yes.
I mean, it's so beautiful and profound, right? But we cannot just sing like robots every day. And, it becomes like that. We have to keep reminding ourselves the meaning of these beautiful songs, the teachings that are within those songs. It's everything in the songs, really. Songs of Bhakti Rasa.
So in Salt Lake City, I was managing the temple from the beginning for 15 years, and then sort of trying to retire, and then finding that other things needed to be done and so many things. But the greatest challenge for me, and I can say it was really hard, and I know that that service may still be wanting to teach me something, because we're going to learn a lot from Seva. In the beginning, when I was stronger, my feeling was all the service is mine, and if anyone comes to help, that's extra. And I never had any resentment toward anything, and there was no gossip, because it's fine. Everything's good. What I can do, I'm doing, and if anyone comes to help, that's great. And then as I got a little bit older and I wasn't so strong physically, but then many people came, but my biggest challenge is what Sudarshan was talking about, that, you know, I always would list to live in the temple, this, and I could never enforce it. It's not my nature. And I'd always say, okay, we'll try again. To the point of feeling like I was going to die. Like really, almost, and we're all struggling with that. And many beautiful devotees have come to the temple, taken initiation, beautiful things. But also there are those who would come and really could not, I mean, they were just kept doing things that were so difficult to be there, but there's only 2 people I ever asked to leave. And, you know, it's a hard thing, and I keep thinking, that's why I asked you, some structure, you know, this and this and this, and you have a standard. But the first thing that happens wrong, I'm never going to enforce it. It's just not my nature at all. To the point of like having my head stepped on. But, and I think that, I mean, I guess every temple is going to have its mood and its progress and its manifestation in a certain way, but I feel like right now something more is being asked from me, and even I feel it. And so I'm really getting nourishment from all of you because, you know, something in me has to adjust. And I know that my job's not done. I already know it. I have more to sacrifice, more to give. And whether it's external more structure or for me a deeper surrender in taking every event and really asking what, like Sudarshan always said, how can you help this person? Like ask, like what is the thing to be done now? And coming to a deeper surrender, there's no other way. I don't even know why I'm talking. I think that I really just kind of wanted to, you know, get some that, you know, you're all very, you know, very strong persons, like really pillars. And, you know, just to get some of the strength of your heart and also, you know, like be ready to die in saddle and see, because I feel like something's calling me, like you are not sacrificing enough at all. I'm not saying that in a saintly way. You know, we know, right? We're being called for more. We can't just go, okay, I'm done. You know, something's being asked from us. And I really, you know, I'm really praying actually for, you know, all the strength of all the Vaishnavas and their sacrifice. I mean, I've seen you guys. I know what kind of sacrifices you're capable of.
But there is one thing I wanted to mention about when facing these difficult cases, like really difficult that maybe they're really disturbing the harmony of a temple and causing a big disturbance. Sometimes, if things don't change, like, you know, you have a conversation with this particular person and it doesn't change. I mean, I've seen Gurudev when one devotee now did make a big disturbance, he did not tolerate and out. So there are case by case situation where, I mean, if it is causing a massive disturbance in the whole atmosphere, completely outside of what we practice, that person has to go.
And it's a funny thing though, because
he has to go.
He's also said, like you told Swarangi Didi, she's saying this guy is doing this, he's even preaching some opposite on that, all that. He said, Krishna's gonna, don't do anything, leave him alone, Krishna will kick him out the door. And I've seen that. I've seen that happen. So, I mean, it's like, you know what I mean? I'm hearing you and I'm worshiping your words always, Saraswati.
Yeah, as I said, it's case by case scenario and depending on the circumstances, but if it's really disturbing new people and new devotees, that's not an example for others to follow. Then, you know, you have to make your decisions according to that. And help them. Guide them to do something that will help them. Not, you know, they can get help. It's some kind of help they will require. You're not really like throwing them, like you can offer them some support, some other support. Definitely. You know, there is always something they can do.
Yeah, it's not that everyone has it's for everyone, they necessarily have to be the temple. If it's not their place, and then there's so many other ways you can take care of them. I mean, in a very like instant and important way, but also like, I don't know, just keep in touch. You know, not like abandon them.
No, I get it.
You know.
And we say that. And no, I didn't mean that. No, this is really great, beautiful. And I'm. You know, like one of the guys who was staying in the temple, you know, we found out he was really having some very important problems. But he asked us, please give me another chance, because I know that if he goes, he's gone. And so Sudarshan had his big heart, and then, you know, like, yes, and I wrote out all these and he got himself together. and he's doing beautiful seva. But if we had just said, forget it, you cross the line, you can come to the temple, he wouldn't have had that chance. So I guess it's a matter of...
Yeah. You can always give it, of course, Didi. Can always give a chance to someone. Like,
yes.
Who knows? Intuition. I mean, you are like a Didi.
You have talked to someone.
I mean, you know.
Okay, try for this period of time. If the person rectify their behavior or whatever they are doing, then by all means,
Yeah. I
But
guess
not everyone is it's true. Not everyone is to live in a temple.
And also you, Shileka Didi, I mean, you're always going to be helping all the devotees. There's some infinite way, not necessarily, keep, as I say, I don't have that strength. You can't just, shifting into...
I don't
you
know.
can always
At this point,
shift.
there's multiple generations. Shileka's raised a lot of generations at the temple. We've had like waves of 15, 17-year-olds now. They're in their 20s. She's raised like
Your
four
seva, I
sets.
mean,
She
trying to
has.
say your seva is not finished, obviously, because we need you. Is that surely not finished?
Didi, you are doing
But in a
great seva. Really nourish so many devotees.
But still,
all
that's what
over
I'm saying.
the
It's
world.
surely not finished. It's just,
person I have ever met.
and let us take care of it.
That's very cozy.
Well, I'm helping everyone.
Accept the cozy.
And also, like, we think
Didi.
Maharaj is like, we're not indispensable within the graveyard.
Didi,
It's going to be indispensable. But when, we give him room, it's always like, you give room for other devotees to step
That's also true.
up, step forward.
Step up.
Thank you. I'm not, but
No, I mean, that's
because
also true.
obviously we're super attached to our seva, but not.
Well, I'm
It's so much
trying
to-
to run away from it for a while, but...
Didi, but you are nourished so many devotees.
Yes.
Really. You can actually share so much
Well,
from
I'm a
Guru
cautionary
Maharaj.
tale.
Srila Prabhupada.
At least I'm a
Really?
cautionary
Stop.
And I know you very well. You do that. Very amazing. Look, you have raised such a beautiful. Look over there, Dashi. Darshan.
You ladies are the gems of our mission.
Getting stressful. What's going on right now? Stop.
No, but anyway. Okay, I mean, I'm taking all of your, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt so much, but I'm really taking good nourishment, and I see the sacrificing nature of all of you. I mean, I'm not just, I'm really inspired, and not inspired enough. I'm like, oh no, I can't do that.
You could definitely be a little more inspired.
But I'm saying, you guys are like, die to live personified.
Oh.
Anyway, I kind of a little distraction.
The whole point is service. Service is the main focus of our life. And service, we have to develop our relationship with our Gurudev through service.
Yeah.
So everything boils down to service. So
Yeah.
service, 24 hours
How to get
service.
the-
That's Gurudev's quote.
Exactly. How to be, get to the heart of the devotees through seva. In the ashram is so dynamic, everybody loves the good, the good servitors, and then everybody appreciates it, and then you do seva together, and this is how, we all became friends, all of us.
Right.
Doing seva together. Since, with Gurudev, in that intensity we were talking. Imagine when you first arrive, you know nothing about devotees, and it's just like madness. Like crazy people like in the
I used
kitchen,
to say, who are these crazy people that are coming and
taking over the house. Taking over.
Remember the incident with the taxis?
screaming to serve Gurudev.
Get into a taxi, all the tires explode.
Yeah, explode.
And the taxi driver's like, who are these crazy
Yeah, and
people?
they call us like, what day? Like, I don't want to pick up them anymore.
Oh my
God. Your house being like blacklisted, we don't come anymore.
They were blacklisted by every taxi company in Bangkok
Oops.
for like years.
Yeah. So the devotees please behave.
They all got into one, their legs and feet and all hanging out, and then all the tires went.
Yes.
And Krishna Priya's like, I'm just a nice Thai girl. I don't have all these crazy people around me.
Yeah.
The Thai blow is always not enough. They're still asking discount. From the driver. Please discount.
Make it to the destination, so they wanted the refund.
What was that?
It was a prepaid taxi.
Yes.
Oh, they were haggling.
Overloaded, the tires are
And they're still trying to get a
blown
better
up, and
price.
the one is asking, now we need the refund because we didn't take us to the destination.
Oh, have to deal with this.
Hare Krishna.
So maybe we can
Yes.
Chant.
conclude and chant.
Yes, please.
So which was this song
And
that I wanted to sing?
I don't know.
The Kartik song, there is the same tune as Hariyaraya.
You mean for Trinada PC?
Yes,
Chana?
there-
Shri Krishna Kirtana
No,
Jai.
Manasa
No, Jaya Jaya. You remember number?
Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya
Yes.
Vrindavan.
Yes.
Last night we sing this.
Yeah?
Yes?
I don't.
There's no army singing. Well, I don't know.
Page 220.
220.
Okay, grazie.
You have your phone, Saraswati?
Yes.
220.
Non è questo. No. Ok. Ok, anyway.
I sing.
I can't find it. No, sorry.
Shri Krishna Kirtana.
No, Jaya
No,
Jaya.
no. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan.
Oh, yeah, Jaya, that's nice.
Yeah. It is.
I don't have it.
It's here.
Wait.
Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivadana Gaura Bhaktavinda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivadana Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan Jaya Radhe Jaya Krishna Jaya Vrindavan Shri Govinda Gopinath Madhana Mohan Shri Govinda Gopinath Madhana Mohan Shama Sundara Kunda Giri Govardhan Shama Sundara Kunda Giri Govardhan Kalindi Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahaprabhu Kalindi Jamuna Jaya Jaya Mahaprabhu Shigata Shivata Brashakana Shivata Shivata Sadasambhaya Jaya Sabalila Kaloki Nanda Nanda Jaya Sabalila Kaloki Nanda Nanda Shri Nanda Jashoda Jaya Gopala Shri Nanda Jashoda Jaya Gopala Shri Ramadi Jaya Jaya Denu Bhattaja Shri Ramadi Jaya Jaya Denu Bhattaja Jaya Vrishabhanu Jaya Kirtida Sundari Jaya Vrishabhanu Jaya Kirtida Sundari Jaya Purnamasi Jaya Abhirana Kare Jaya Purnamasi Jaya Abhirana Kare Jaya Jaya Gopeshwara Vrindavanama Jaya Jaya Gopeshwara Vrindavanama Jaya Jaya Krishna Saka Vasudhara Jaya Jaya Krishna
Shila Bhakti Sundar Govardhan Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Jai Paramahansa Thakur Shila Bhakti Rakshaka Shrita Dev Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswati Mat ki jai. Saraswati Magam Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Saraswati Mat worldwide ki jai. All the beautiful temple devotees ki jai. Saraswati Didi ki jai. Krishna Didi ki jai. Oh, Shanti Mai Didi ki jai. All these some of the devotees ki jai. Srila Bhakti Ranjan Madhusudana Maharaj ki jai. Bhad Bhakti Ashray Dandi Maharaj ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande.
Wow, wonderful.
Oh, that was so amazing. Yes, thank you.
Again?
Really good.
That was awesome. You can understand how much it took to sit in front of you and speak.
Actually, it's good.
What was that?
It's super good.
No, it's important.
It's
Really
important.
What,
Life.
what did she say? What did you say?
Did she speak in front of you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.